Good evening, VPG. It is finals night. Not the final night, but finals night. And for some reason, Domino is sipping red wine. Domino, are they the right colours to wear while sipping red wine? I'm nervous for you.
8-Ball, there's only ever reason why I've got the fine linen out. The nice full-bodied red wine out, and it can only mean one thing, 8-Ball. It means there is some cup finals, and some money to be won, 8-Ball. I don't bust out this for any old occasion, so when this comes out, 8-Ball, this is fire.
Move the lapel slightly so I can see what's underneath there. That's commitment. That is commitment. I did not get the memo clearly. But welcome, not just to Domino, but you guys at home as well. It is finals night. That means UK Premier final games of the season, and try and wrap your head around the current situation because woohoo, that is intense. And then straight after that is the Esports Cup final, hence finals night. And then we'll move on to the VPG Esports Premier, just that little issue later on. But for right now, Domino, it's these two teams battling it out. It is Saf Prolific, who are currently top of the UK Premier. We do have the UK Premier hiding underneath this team sheet. 1 point clear of FG. 1 point. FG are playing SBBS in their final game. Saf Prolific playing third place MISTERY. So that's the current state of affairs. Domino will have the FG stream on his, just on his periphery as well, so we'll be able to keep tabs on that, so we should get live updates. So trying to work out some of the scenarios, because again, if you're studying this table and your maths isn't mathsing either like I was last night at midnight, there's also a third scenario here. Class can also win the league, down in 4th place because they've got a game in hand. They played twice this evening on the last day of the season. So if Prolific win, forget about FG and Class. They've done the business. That's happy days. If Saf Prolific draw and FG win, FG will win. Don't worry about anyone else. If they both draw, Saf win unless Class win both of their games. And if they both lose, same applies. Saf have got to win. Class have got to win both of their games to lift the title. If, and this is quote unquote from the Class manager, so this is not me putting words in anyone's mouth, the 1% chance that Saf and FG don't do the business and Class win their first game, their last game is later on this evening, and we've promised them that we'll put it on after this stream. So we'll let everybody know. SBBS are in the chat as well. They're gonna do their best to keep the night running, to keep it rolling. I'm sure MISTERY will be doing the same as well. So it's gonna be an absolute banger. And then like I said, guys and girls, we have got the CAPRICAROLESQUE Saf Prolific Cup final. That's the Esports Cup final. $500 to the winner of that tonight. There must be a winner.
Let me get a wide out, 8-Ball. Let me get a wide out again. Say that again. Say that again, 8-Ball. Say it again.
$500. There we go. In all its glory. And you've got a red background as well, Domino. It really suits you.
Nearly how much does wine cost, 8-Ball?
You're looking a bit like a Disney villain there. I won't say which one because I want to keep us on stream tonight and don't want to get cancelled. So Saf Prolific are right in the thick of it tonight. They're playing for UK Premier, and they're also playing for the Esports Cup. Big money to be won. The winner of the UK Premier as well, I can confirm, does get $500 too. So Saf Prolific by 8:45 this evening could be a grand richer. I don't think they'll mind that, funnily enough. I don't think they'll mind that one bit. Now, the good thing about having Saf Prolific on first and second means we know what the situation is going into the next game, so we don't need to panic too much because Saf are playing in both. So, time to look at the score sheets, Domino. The score sheets. I wish we could look at the score sheets. The team sheets, Domino. And Saf Prolific, they have brought in some... Cooler FX is playing CDM, and I like that. They've brought in Damso to go alongside Tuanze and Everett as well. And you don't even need to discuss the goalkeeper, because Zap has been arguably, again, one of Saf Prolific's best players this season. And for some reason, the cup football in particular seems to suit him. So he's going to be a key player tonight in those first and second games. But more importantly, Domino, they've got Crimmy, they've got Diddy, SJ Clay and Sentinel. They're the players that when we saw them last week, they were missing and they didn't quite look themselves. Do they have what it takes, Domino, to go all the way this evening?
Yeah, 8-ball. Like, again, that front four that you see on the screen there of Sentinel, Clay, Diddy and Crimmy. Been consistent feature throughout. Big credit to them. That strike partnership is fantastic. 8-ball, and it's built with a solid base. Consistency, 8-ball. They've done it over consistency throughout the entire season. They're in the position where, again, everything's in their hands. The cup final, the league. It's big pressure, 8-ball. We've seen them on a couple of occasions lose on the stream. They lost their way, I would say, towards the back end of the season. They did have a lot of games in hand, and they went awry, should I say. But like I said, you just got to get mindset. It's tunnel vision here, 8-ball. Yeah. It's 2 finals. That's all you got to think about. It's 2 finals. Doesn't matter what we do. 2 finals, these games, tunnel vision. And they've got the players, 8-ball. They've got the confidence, and it's theirs to lose.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, they're 11th place in Europe as well. So I don't think there's too much on the line there. So they can use all of that attention and focus on these 2 competitions here. And although, you know, we said it last time we saw Saf play in Europe, yes, they're 100%. They will be disappointed about where they finished in the league in Europe. But if they can do that league and cup double domestically, that's got to go down as a cracking season, especially when you talk about the teams that Saf put out in this tournament. Familasiao, Team GMASK, Empire, all been swept aside, mate. So they out of basically everyone have got the biggest claim to this throne, essentially, but obviously standing in their way later on will be CAPRICAROLESQUE. So 2 massive teams stood in their way in Mystery and CAPRICAROLESQUE. Just having a look through this Mystery side, Domino, they're 3rd for a reason. Surely this is a potential banana skin.
Oh, 8-ball. If you're telling me you need to come into the last game of the season to win, and who you're partnered up against, and you come up a team like Mystery, I don't know what else has to go against you. Like, they've paired first, 3rd up. Yeah, Mystery are 3rd for a reason, mate. They're no walkover. It's not they're coming here just to fill in the numbers and give them a game. Like, they genuinely have got ambitions here. They'd want to be the party spoilers, and they are a great team. And look no further than Ethan in that CDM role, 8-ball.
Yeah.
Every time I watch him, he's been class.
Yeah, Ethan's had a very good season, to be fair. And I think some of the times we've seen a team that's got everything to play for, and to be fair, Mystery do want to finish 3rd as well. So technically they've got a lot to play for. The difference between finishing 3rd and 4th is $100. So they're going to want to do that. We've seen teams play better when they play the role of potential party pooper. And I'm wondering tonight if that's what the team talk of Mystery will be.
Yeah, 8-ball, it's got to be. They've got to want to hear and take something from them. And they've got the potential to do it. It depends what Saf turns up on the night, but like I said, 8-ball, tunnel vision and getting into it. And I am excited to get this one underway.
So, Saf Prolific, left to right in the red and the black kit. The Bayer Leverkusen kit. Spraying out to this right side. Gino Vieira with an early chance. Diddy. And what a big stepping stone that would be for Saf Prolific to get an early goal, just to settle any nerves. They took a long time getting into this game, just sat in the lobby. And just to complete that housekeeping, of course, Mystery, 3rd place Mystery from right to left in the all-white kit, that New Zealand kit. Good, bright start by Saf Prolific, and they look hungry already. Diddy slides it through to Sentinel, their leading goal scorer, to the back post. Corrin does well, under pressure though, gets it down the line nicely. Chalkman comes back inside, Crimmy intercepts. Sentinel to his strike partner's feet. Ethan there doing the dirty work and plays it off his man for a goal kick. frantic start, Domino. Frantic start. Is that what you're expecting?
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting, but I tell you what, that's what Saf doesn't want to do. Saf wants to try and neutralise this game, take the sting out of it, because Mystery know this is a cup final 8 ball. Get on the ball, settle it down, and kind of just, start jabbing away at the other team and break them down here. They don't want too many chances to fall to Mystery, but that's easier said than done. Especially when they caught in possession that middle third, when they are on the counter, 3 versus 3 people getting back. Very nicely done there, 8 ball. And just a little bit of nerves. You're going into this game with nerves. You're a bag of nerves. It's just to get that first virtual 20 minutes out of the way. Get those thumbs all warmed up, 8 ball. So, when you're playing, you can calm yourself down. But they've worked themselves nicely into position here. It's great feet.
Gino Vieira there again. Anoe there as well. Lex and Co do well. Get out to this left-hand side. And Domino, I genuinely think Mystery have started off like the more nervous side for this. I think Saf have come out flying. This man in particular as well, Cooler FX, doing everything he needs to and more in that CDM role at the base of the midfield for Saf Prolific. But an early goal, I just feel we've seen time and time again, especially in this game cycle, Domino, is what early goals can do for teams in terms of just having that luxury, not necessarily to sit back, but they can go out and they can play their football. They don't have to rush anything. They don't have to force anything. And normally, I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, Krimi on the edge of the box. Tricks his way in. Sentinel. Lex makes the first tackle. Sentinel keeps it. Nimmer. Diddy. Cuts back onto the right foot. Goes into the back post. The man is there, but Lex is there again. Kept alive once more. But yeah, that luxury of just being able to not force anything, Dom. I think Saf would absolutely love that tonight because SJ Clay again. Every time I try and make a point, there we go. That's a ball out as well. Plays out Corin. Look at this. 4v3. And this is what happens. Zil. This is what happens when you don't have that goal luxury, Dom. And you've got to commit those men forward. That's what Saf want. They want that cushion.
And I'll tell you what, Saf have been getting into really good positions. And
they have.
This early on 8 ball, I know you want to not walk it into the net, but you want to make your opportunity to score as high as possible. I think they're failing just to pull the trigger 8 ball. They're getting into the touches in the box must be racking up now for this Saf team without a shot, even on target, or just a shot for the stats books. And while it's nice and early on 8 ball and the nerves are everywhere, you'd want to try and test that keeper.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And like you said, they've got into some good positions in the box. It's just that lack of a shot. And, you know, even if the first one doesn't go in, the last 2 FIFAs have been so heavy on the rebounds as Corin swings this in. Zap, despite all of the possession for, and again, the field possession for Saf, Zap's been the busier of the 2 goalkeepers, which could be a worry for Saf Prolific.
And I have just been informed that we are kicking live now in the game between SB and...
so that was massively delayed as well. We thought ours was delayed. Right, yeah. Keep us posted on that one. That is second plays 15th. A home banker if ever we heard one, but on the last day of the season, especially with the form SBBS are in as well. We saw them on the stream not too long ago, and they are not playing like a team. Second last in the league for sure. So maybe a potential upset on the cards there. But FG and Saf know what they have to do tonight, and we can chuck class into that as well. We'll be keeping an eye on their score a little bit later as well. If neither of these sides can convert into a win, then we will be going over to the class game as our 5th game of the night. But that is very much dependent on Saf Prolific and these guys, FG and Saf Prolific, these guys doing the business tonight.
And Abel, it is 3 minutes into the other game, and I now can confirm SB have just given a penalty away to FG. 3 minutes in, stepping up. Keep went the right way, Abel, but it is slotted in, and FG have taken early blood with not even 5 virtual minutes played. Pressure firmly on Saf now.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if anyone will be watching the game. They might well have this stream on, Domino. You never know. They might well have this stream on, but there is confirmation, and I think that's a bonus for Saf. I mean, if I was in the Saf camp, I'm definitely trying to get my eyes on that stream so we know what to do. You know, we know whether to go forward, we know whether to press, and expect a little bit more urgency from this man Diddy first off the bat. And again, they can't find their way through. Pressure well and truly on now for Saf Prolific. This does put them down to second place by 2 points, so even a draw here is no good. Zyle gives it into Choco Man, and no, he gets rid of it only as far as Mystery. And there, I'm sure Saf Prolific will share the same sentiment, Domino. That seemed like a quick half.
It seemed like a quick half, and not all prosperous half for the people at Saf. And just going back to the other game, 8 Ball, FG have gone 2-0 up within the first virtual 8 minutes. It was a great shot, great save, rebounded to a player who just nestled it under the keeper. And it does look like FG have gone and done the business this game. And it's very, very early on. So I'm not counting out SB. They're definitely still in it. They've got 80 virtual minutes left on the clock. But you best believe the Saf boys have got this on. They know where they are. And they're like, right, we need to get this win. 8 Ball, if you're in that Saf change room and the news comes in, what are you saying to your boys?
Well, I tell you what, Domino, I was just checking the league table there, as were the guys on the stream as well. A win for FG completely and utterly counts class out, so we can eliminate that one now.
Yep.
Saf Prolific, all they need to know is the score. All they need to know is the score, and that's everything on the line. It's the difference between first and second place. It is the difference between $300 in prize money as well. But I think more important is having that title next to the team's name and also the individual's name, because it's the highest trophy that these boys can win domestically. Crossbar on post. I have never seen that happen on this game, and what a time for it to happen. Saf cannot let that get in their minds, but my God, they will not get closer than that without scoring. I can guarantee you of that.
8 Ball, it lit up from there. The shot was absolutely excellent. He's getting pulled back there. Probably already got the yellow card, so he thought it was in for a penny, 8 Ball, in for a pound. But yeah, you said it best there, 8 Ball. They can't let that get into their minds, because sometimes that seed of doubt creeps in 8 Ball. Is it going to be our night? And they need to get rid of that seed of doubt and make sure they're focused on the next virtual 40 minutes.
Diddy
Here comes Diddy, who swings it across.
Yeah, Jacko does well. Falls to Noe. Tuanze left up there. Very dangerous player to be in the box. Hayden half clears it. Cooler FX keeps it alive. Here is Diddy heading for the byline. Near post. Great ball to Sentinel. The goalkeeper's going to be dispossessed on the line. The slide tackle kept it out. What a tackle that is. Someone gets laid out for his troubles. And Saf, I said they wouldn't come closer than that. They've somehow managed it. Domino, how many times do we see those rucks in the penalty box? And they always go the attacker's way. For some reason, on the last day, the last game, the last half of the season, it's just not gone Saf's way.
No, it hasn't, 8 Ball. And like I said there, just before that chance hit the bar and come ricocheting out, it gets that seed of doubt in your head. Is this going to be my night? And then after the scrambles on the line, and it doesn't go in, it falls into the keeper's hands, and it... 8 Ball. There is a big opportunity to be spoilers here. And Mystery are going to take that with both hands, but what they can't do is leave players up and leave Diddy on the ball with space to run into. He has gone onto his left-hand side. He's looking to run his man down the channel. He does, and does win the throw in 8 Ball.
Crimmy restarts us. Edge of the box, there's some space. Not the pass they wanted, though.
Pick the gap between both of them.
The pass he wanted. And again, as Saf have to come forward, Domino, they're leaving. They're just gambling at the back as well. And tell you what, Mystery are not parking the bus. Here we go. 4 players up. They're not even... They spoil the party for Saf if they draw. I don't even know what they do to the party if they win. But here they go. Diddy with the shot. Big save from Saf. And Domino, don't forget, they've got a cup final after this as well. How would they pick themselves potentially back up for that game?
This is going to be massive for that game later, April. Oh my God, he's left free.
Wow, yeah. I mean, there were 2 fouls there. They got the advantage. Nothing given by the end of it. That would have been a contentious one, to say the least.
Obviously, because I've been very, very engrossed in this game, I just turned my head to the right-hand side It's 4-1 to FG. There is
4-1. Oh, why are we watching this one? We always pick the wrong one. Sorry, guys. We always pick the wrong one.
Not if we get a last-minute win here, 8. Well, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Saf, no. 1 goal. Despite what's happening over at FG, 1 goal does it. It's all they need. When is kitchen sink time, Domino?
Early. I was just about that saying at 2-8.
Oh, ball in. Finds Cooler FX. Going to fall to Diddy. Power shot again. Cooler FX. Back post. To Ante. Cuts it across. It's hit the post and it's gone in.
It is
Sentinel, their top goal scorer. 69th minute. Cometh the hour. Cometh the man. And now all Saf need to do is hold on. News might be filtering through. It's Caribbean. He's going to be offside.
He's offside.
What a way that would have been. Wow, what a way that would have been to finish off this game, to finish off this league title. They'll have to wait a little bit longer. Crimi almost the hero, but the damage has been done, Domino. They've got that all-important goal. Tuanze with the assist, and Sentinel, you would not have got good odds on that man scoring first. Their top goal scorer, their talisman, has put them 1-0 up, and they've got 18 minutes to hold on to, Domo.
Yeah, and it was not a criticism, but I was saying that walking into the back of the net is just not helping them. And he got it to the edge of the box. He was inside the 6-yard box, and I was like, he's got to pull the trigger in. And he didn't. And I was just like, this is not going to be their night. The ball inside, as you said, if it wants to fall to anyone in this Saf team, that top goal scorer, Sentinel himself, slots it away off the post this time. Instead of post
off the post again, Domino. They can't help themselves.
No, and it is time for Saf just to be a little bit of ball smart, a little bit of game management here.
Game management. He says as they dig that ball in. I mean, Lectors has done really well there because the goalkeeper wasn't coming. Big save though. Made amends. Made amends. I don't know why Lectors putting his hand up there. He got put under real pressure there, but teammates digging each other out, and that's what FG will want to see here. Is Mystery digging in deep, and a goal for Mystery will win FG the league. However, Diddy takes the strike, fumbled, picked back up, and once again, Domino, I'm seeing a Saf Prolific side come awfully close to scoring without scoring. It might be a record. And they're leaving men up now as well. He's off. Nimmer tries to look for Diddy. Don't want to get caught now. Mystery are in full-on party pooping mode right now as they send those white shirts forward. Beats his man. Goes for the power shot. Zap again. We said that man would be crucial tonight, and boy, were we right. CAPRICAROLESQUE are on straight after this. They are playing Saf Prolific, who are playing in this game. So we're not going anywhere without them. Headed out by Everett. Important header for him. SJ Clay. Big win from Diddy. Both of them going for it. They want this.
Ooh, okay, that's fair. Look soft, 8-ball, look soft, but Mystery won't care how it falls. Mystery knows what's on the line here, 8-ball.
Yep.
And to be fair, just for bragging rights, 8-ball, they want to be as high as up as they can.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the edge of the box, 8-ball.
Oh, he's tried to make him take the shot. Big save again from Saf. Gets up quick. Good reactions. Yeah.
If there's 2 players that's going to make all the difference in those big games, it is definitely the keeper, 8-ball, and Sentinel up top.
We've seen both ends of the pitch, mate. Both ends of the pitch. Those 2 players are so important. Then it's the difference. Yeah, it's their manager as well. Oh wow!
No,
this is what I mean. You know, we've said about goalkeepers all season, centre forwards all season. Those 2 are the reason that this side are currently winning this game, and why this side are currently winning the title.
Yeah, absolutely, 8-ball. Absolutely. Big game players, you need consistency throughout the season. That's what they've got here. It is...
Wow.
Yeah, it's an 89th minute. It's game management. There's a lot of money on the line. There is status on the line. There is a combination of all the hard work you've done over this very, very long VPG season, and you don't want to give it away here.
8 weeks. This is probably arguably the best game management we've seen all season, to be fair, and what a time to do it as well. Last game of the season, they've got that all-important goal courtesy of their talisman Sentinel. They're going to keep it in this corner for this last virtual minute. Lexus is doing everything he can to get sent off, but ultimately Saf are chipping away at those virtual seconds, and you've got to think now, Domino. You've got to think that they have done it. They've got the ball up here, and it's going to be a foul on someone else. That's good game management. They maybe will allow one flick on here, Domino, but it has to go long immediately. It can't go short to that man. Has to go long. Goalkeeper's going up. Why not?
I do think it's going to be called off after this 8-ball, and you will see Saf Prolific crowned as this season's first EA 25 champions. The ball goes long, 8-ball, and it has been crowned.
Fair play. Saf Prolific, there it is. Confirmation, courtesy of that man on your screen, Sentinel. 1-0. One goal was all that was needed tonight, and that's all that they got, and they will be laughing all the way to the bank, to the trophy cabinet, because they have done it. Congratulations to Saf Prolific, UK Premier Champions for the first season of FC 25.
Now, 8-ball, yes, I'll echo that. Congratulations to the team, because it is a hard slog. It's a hard effort to win any league. It requires consistency, and it requires you literally turning up every night, 8-ball, having the right team, having the right balance. But just in that game alone, 8-ball, how they conquered adversity, not with the chance still coming from a goal down, but the chances that were missed. The play going against them to keep the clean sheet, to still keep their heads and go on to win the game. I'm actually more impressed that it wasn't like a 5-2 drubbing for Saf. It was that slogged out game, gives them that adrenaline rush, that boost to go into this final 8-ball, and you got to fancy them here.
That's it, and we don't have to change. Stream, which is great because it's Saf Prolific once again. In
just confirmation quickly, 8-ball. 5-1 FG.
I mean, FG did everything they needed to do, to be fair to everything they needed to do and more. However, just a point, Domino, just 1 point was the difference between those two sides. A 30-game season done and dusted. Saf Prolific pipping FG to the post by 1 point. That does mean, unfortunately, Dom, that does mean we won't be going over to class later on this evening, which is quite sad. I would like to have done that. But if they win both of their games as well, that means I think they finish on 64, which means 64, 66, 67. A very, very, very close title race. And class will want to be finishing third as well, because that is the difference between $100 prize money and $0 in prize money. So Mystery will be praying that class don't do the business there, and other teams around them do them a favor. Right, UK Prem, Domino. We always starts us off with a banger. It's done and dusted. That's it for season 12.
That's it. Books closed, 8-ball. Yeah. Books closed on it.
Yeah. So the main event of the evening, it is the Frenchman CAPRICAROLESQUE. They are playing Saf Prolific, the guys we just saw. Domino, two massive teams in a cup final. This is why we get out of bed in the morning, Domino. This is our bread and butter. This is why we're here. Is there a bigger stage than this right now?
No, 8-ball. And the teams, to be fair, if I'm honest with you as well, the teams that we've got on show tonight, you would expect Saf have been the giant killers in this, and you can see it from that game there and the games that we call this season. If you tell me a thing that Saf do absolutely fantastically, better than anyone, I cannot tell you what they do better than anyone else. But what they do is there's no weaknesses in their game, 8-ball. They're strong everywhere throughout the pitch. They're hard to break down. They do get goals. They've got a great talisman up top. They're a footballing team that's just will invite you on and see where, pick a hole through us, because you won't, and we will catch you. This Capri team, though, is slightly different, as they are one of the most expansive teams I've seen on the side, and they are so well balanced with the Beast brothers up there in striker and cam. You got Romaninho, who's an absolute baller. Jay Lings covering that back, and then the three centre-backs, 8-ball of that team is unbelievable. They're just a very well-balanced team, and their football style is incredible to watch. So it really is the immovable objects burst in unstoppable force on this one.
Absolutely. Mystery in the chat as well. GG's to you guys as well. Thank you for making that. I mean, you couldn't have made it any harder between you guys and your crossbar and post. You physically could not have made it any harder. So thank you very much for making that a spectacle. And I think you would have gained some friends in the Saf Prolific camp. Maybe not FG, but definitely in that Saf Prolific camp. But yeah, like you said, Domino, Saf now take on into this game huge momentum because they've just won the league. There's no better. It doesn't matter if they'd gone on a Team GMASK style tear and were unbeaten or won the last 20 games in a row. They've literally just won the league, their highest domestic honor, and now literally straight after, they're still in the same game lobby, Domino. They walk into a cup final, and like you said, it's they're playing against a different beast. CAPRICAROLESQUE, third in the VPG Esports Premier, could possibly go second tonight as well.
Yeah,
very good and very capable side, and I think we'd be singing their praises more if it wasn't for the likes of Team GMASK, because Team GMASK are just that one freak of nature this season who have just proved everything. All theories about FC25 and clubs in general, just proved everything wrong, and then just gone on this ridiculous tear. Whereas if that didn't happen, CAPRICAROLESQUE, would be singing their praises, saying that they're fighting for the top of the league, they're fighting for a championship themselves. So I do think they're underestimate them at your own peril. I'm not saying Saf Prolific will be doing that, but I do think they don't get a fair crack of the whip for how good a side they are.
Yeah, that's fair, but when you break down the league position in one of the most competitive leagues pro clubs have to offer, they are sitting in anywhere in that top four space. I say it week in, week out. To even be in that league is a trophy in itself going into a season.
Yeah.
To finish mid-table is incredible. To finish in the top 4 8 ball, there's only a handful of teams that could ever do that, and you know how many teams play across all forms or versions of pro clubs. So it's an incredible achievement, and I'm just going to go a bit more to that mindset of Saf 8 ball, because they are bringing that confidence of winning a game. But we know 8 ball that when you have games like that, very stressful, nervous games where you haven't chilled out throughout the game, that full 90 minutes,
that was stressful.
Up to the 78 ball to get in the goal, and then after the 70 defending that lead, you are there's no 3-0 where you can go last 10 minutes and you can, do you know what I mean, wind down. They have been fully concentrated the whole game, and they're going into another game there. Having the adrenaline high is great, don't get me wrong, but it could be a downfall.
It's got to last. It's got to last.
Where rush of blood to your head, isn't it? And then you need, the manager now needs to sit his team in that dressing room and be like, right boys, reset, emotions, PH7, and go into this game.
Yep, they're $500 up and aiming for another $500 tonight with this winner takes it all. Domino only conceded 1 goal on their route to this final.
What?
Have Saf Prolific 1 goal in 7 games.
What?
That is. So it takes 7 games to get to this final. That is how competitive this Esports Premier is. This Esports Cup is, and it's every team involved. Every team up from, I think it's League 4 or 5 upwards. So not only are there obviously just world-class teams in there, but it's also just that you're not allowed to slip up once. It's knockout from the beginning. And this is what I mean when you look at teams like Saf Prolific. They are so geared for cup football, with the goalkeeper they've got, who is a penalty expert. Sorry, it's a fly there. Who is a penalty expert, by the way. And again, we saw it in that last game. They're defensively resolute and can get a goal from basically anywhere across that front 4, front 5. When you get teams like this, Domino, it reminds me of that kind of Rafa Benitez Liverpool side who didn't do too much in the league, but cup, they could beat anyone in the cup. And Saf obviously have shown they can do it in the league. But if we take their VPG Esports Premier position, for example, then the comparison makes a little bit more sense. And I do think they've almost kind of prioritized this cup in a way that they've made themselves difficult to beat and made themselves very, very good at just finding a goal, as we literally just saw, and moving on with their lives and getting it done. On the flip side of that, sorry, Domino.
There you go.
CAPRICAROLESQUE, in their 7 games, scored 19 goals. So this is why this cup final is very cup finally, because we do have two very, very good teams, but 2 contrasting teams as well. And I think, as we always say, styles make fights.
Yeah, and again, what I said before, a movable object meets the unstoppable force, where you've got a team that have only conceded 1 goal and Capri bagged goals for fun. It's who's out on top in that, again, individual battle, in their mentality battle throughout the pitch. It's really, really exciting. To be fair, it sets us nicely. And again, it's the Saf 8 ball. Look, there's 2 teams you don't want to play in any sort of format. Any format. That is GMASK and FAMA. They're the 2 teams. If you get drawn up against them, you're like, this is going to be a very, very hard night's work. They feel like they should deserve it, 8 ball, after the run they've had.
I agree. I kind of agree. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, they face other good teams. I'm sure CAPRICAROLESQUE faced other good teams too. I'm not trying to put anyone down, but it's literally the team that won the VPG Esports Premier the season before, and the team that won the VPG Esports Premier yesterday. So I don't think you can physically get 2 better sides. And yeah, I do think Saf, I think they've got a right to be here, and I do think that I think what would make up part of that team talk, Domino, will be, look, we had to fight tooth and nail to get here. Like, let's actually make haste and make it worth our while. And yeah, again, it's a long wait to get into this game, Domino, so we'll see if they have a frantic start again like they did in that mystery game. But it is the home side, Domino, and that might play some significance tonight too. The home side.
Is that a flip of a coin, 8 ball? Do we know how that's decided?
Could not tell you.
8 ball, he had a nibble. He had a nibble.
He truly did. But yeah, CAPRICAROLESQUE at home in the white, in the Bayer Leverkusen away kit, Bayern Munich away kit, because Bayer Leverkusen home kit is Saf Prolific.
What is
their 2nd game in a row?
What's Riyadh doing up there, 8 ball?
Diddy, good turn from him. Riyadh wins that.
What's he doing up there, 8 ball?
Comes back to Capone, who's had a very good season, Domino.
Yes.
Cedia. Gino Vieira nicks it off him though, goes down the line, beats his man, does Sentinel the goal hero in that last game.
I tell you what, he looks up for it tonight, doesn't he, 8 ball?
Oh yeah, he has to be. He is their talisman. Diddy, good turn, having a good night as well. Jailings with the block. Capone heads it back down to him, and Capri managed to play out, and this is what they do best. They hurt you playing through those thirds. Here is Riyadh on that
I tell you what,
right-hand
that little mini battle, 8 ball, between Jailings and Diddy is going to be very interesting to watch that.
Yeah. Capone just settles Capri down. Here is Riyadh into Mookie, playing central centre-back tonight, as we're used to seeing him. Gives it to his left-sided centre-back. Capone seeing lots of the ball early on, looks to go over the top. Cooler FX sends his man down. 2v2 at the back, as Capri are very well versed to doing. Expect to see that more and more often. And like I said, they love playing through the thirds, and they're happy to leave 2v2 at the back. Sentinel SJ Clay, though, probably not the 2 you want to be leaving against them, and that's fallen very, very kindly to his namesake, Riyadh, to Riyadh.
Yeah, and it's nice here from Capri. Capri are, obviously say that the kicks them out of play. It's nice that they're playing the game and they're taking the sting out of the final nice and early. They're not making it frantic, they're not making it chaotic. They know they're a possession-heavy team, and they want to win it by breaking it down. So they are calm and composed in that back third, waiting for chances, picking up the ball nicely, and Saf just trying not to hit them on the break, because that's what Saf are doing at the minute, Abel. They're leaving those men up there, leaving those people to chase, and you don't want to give people that sentinel sniff.
The thing is, it's not a bad tactic when you play against Capri, and they almost lure you into doing that by leaving that 2v2. It's almost too tempting, but I tell you what, Saf Prolific mixing up their weapons here, playing it through the thirds themselves this time. Not so direct. Calzinho, though, does manage to prevent the corner, and it's Capri's turn to go long, just the one man up, so Cooler FX is able to head that back home to the man who got the assist in the last game. Just as much a hero as Sentinel, he'll say.
He's got in front of his man, 8 ball.
Yeah, well played. Absolutely swarmed, though, by the Capri midfield, getting back, doing their defensive duties well. 24 minutes gone, 0-0. This cup final, Esports Cup final, $500 to the winner. Diddy swings it in. Ryad gets it cleared, only as far as Everett. Nimmer into SJ Clay, good foot in there. And again, Capri able to just pick it up and attempt to play through the thirds. They are forced back though. Ryad will switch the angle, and a mistake there from MXBK. You don't see that very often, but throw in high up for Saf, and they managed to keep it. And Nimmer on the edge of the box, forced to go back before giving it away, but Diddy's there on hand, dinks it in to Sentinel, gives it to SJ Clay. And tell you what, Domino, that corner was not being looked after too well by the goalkeeper, and that took a very big block. I tell you what, that's not the first time he's done that tonight, Domino. It looked dangerous doing it as well. The front two for Capri at the moment, very, very starved of the ball. Anything they have got so far has been in the air, which when you're playing 6'2" defenders as a 6-foot striker is not the easiest thing to do. And I think that will be on top of Capri's to-do list, is to get it into their feet.
Yeah, and I think what Saf has done brilliantly in this game, 8 ball, they have not allowed Capri to play through the thirds and get into positions like these where they can hurt you. But they are in positions here like where they can hurt you. And the ball's got flicked over, and it's
just that red and black wall, isn't it?
Yeah,
red and black. Look at them all. Look at them all.
Saf stands to be the nail here, 8 ball, where they've just been the hammer for the last 10, 15 virtual minutes.
Yeah, and Saf, it took him a while to get into this game. I think Capri did a good job starting this game and asserting their dominance, but they took their foot off the gas a little bit. And Saf since then have looked the more likely, I think, to break the deadlock here. But Capri just getting themselves back into this game. There's a good ebb and flow. And with 6 minutes left, whoever get a goal. Oh, wow, I thought it was the other way. Shows you what I know. But yeah, last 5 minutes, Domino. Whoever can get a goal here just makes that team talk so much easier.
Yeah, it'll change how you go over that second half, 8 ball, because you're thinking about, right now you're in strategy A or B, and you'll need to start working your way through the alphabet. But you get a goal here and everything changes. And tell you what, 5 virtual minutes left, 8 ball. A free kick in a dangerous position. Probably not going to go for goal here, but can they work something creative and constructive to get them ahead in this game?
Well, Zap's not had a touch of the ball yet in the Saf goal, and I'm sure he'll like that to continue. He didn't have to touch that one because it hit the crossbar, and I tell you what, Domino, I've never seen you be more wrong, because he's absolutely hammered that from about 35 yards, and that is officially the closest we've come so far to an opener in this cup final. And what a hit that was, Domino.
8 ball, he was about 30 yards out. It was Ronaldinho territory, and I'm like, nah, you're not doing it from there. And to be fair, you've got to look at the counterpart who's in goal. Just like risk reward, shall we go for goal? Fair play for the confidence, 8 ball, and it is not a bad attempt.
Coming up for half-time. Is there a sting in the tail for Saf? Gets to the byline. There will be enough time. Well, there's not, but the referee will allow it. Enough time for Saf Prolific to do some damage here. 5 men in the box, 6 men on the edge. Thinks about joining, thinks otherwise. Everett heads it down to Diddy! Wow, it's on the goal line!
8 ball.
It's 2 games in a row, Domino. 2 games in a row that Saf Prolific have had to endure the ball literally.
Watch that again, well, I've literally got the stream up. I'm
stopping on the line, and wow.
Oh my, 8 ball, someone needs to replay that. Unbelievable. Diddy got the ball, headed into the ground, went over the keeper. It's the outstretched touch to flick it up. The keeper wherewith you to get back and save it. Oh my. On the stroke of half time. I wouldn't say Capri's been let off their 8 ball because the defending was incredible. One end to the first half and setting us up nicely for that second half. 8 ball, how do you think the game's going?
Like I said, I think Saf have looked the more deadly. I mean, save for that 35 yards Janino style free kick that shattered off the crossbar, then went about 30 yards up in the air. I don't think Capri have created too much. I do think they really need to get the ball to Warren Beast and Romaninho as well. They're their two key players in that attack, and they've been starved of it so far. But I think you made a good point, Domino. They've not been starved because of anything that Capri are or aren't doing. They're being starved of it because Saf are in control here at the moment. And I think if they'd got that goal just before half-time, I don't think Capri could have had many complaints. Yeah. However, that is not how competitive clubs football goes. So we will play another 45 minutes and another 30 minutes after that if we need to. There needs to be a winner tonight. $500 on the line. Nutmegs as well. Crimi, the manager back there, doing his defensive duties. Mookie gets caught in possession. The through ball is on. Good covering though. SJ Clay holds it up. Good feet from him, and Ryan back there. Always happy to help out. Does so as well. Gets it through to Compone. Goes long.
8-ball. There's some real inconsistency in the game here. The defenders take the risk to draw the strikers on, turn out of trouble, and play a pass progressively forward. And once it gets that midfield, then they go long. For me, it just doesn't... There's something not clicking there. They've done all the hard work and the risky work to get it to those positions, and then they've gone long after it when they've got the chance.
Could be nerves, Domino. Could be nerves. Yeah. We're not used to seeing that with Capri whatsoever. You know, the big talk in the build-up to this game was the fact that they can play through the thirds. They are so good at going forward, and Romaninho with the shot. Zap pushes it out wide, and that will be at the cost of a corner. 55 minutes gone, 0-0 in this Esports Cup final. Not through want of trying though. The game just opening up a little bit more. Ball comes in, edges. Crimi there with the header. Romaninho, he can hit them. SJ Clay.
I was about to say you've got it from there.
Oh, why not? Why not? A man of his talent as well. Playing up front again tonight, Romaninho. What he'd do for a goal here, because it may well be one of those finals. Gino Vieira behave. Adds another body to his body count there. It may well be one of those finals, Domino, where a singular goal wins it. So, who is going to be the hero?
And if you're this Saf team and conceded one all tournament 8-ball, if one goal's going to win it, I think it's going to be that side at the minute. But you obviously can't count in this Mons team. And that's better 8-ball. See, again, getting us to the dangerous positions, then playing progressive passes forward. If you need to go long, you go long in those centre-half positions. But they've started playing a lot better this second half 8-ball.
Yeah, I think with Nimmer in there and Finn, they're just cutting off the service to Tico Beast. He's barely had any touches and anything to strike his feet. I think the CDMs are just doing such a good job. It's very, very crowded in there. Maybe they need a bit more width. That's Tico Beast there. That's their Cam Domino back there doing defensive duties. And here we go. This is the width they needed. It is through to Ryad. Breaks into the box. Pirouettes his way through. Crimi, fantastic defensive work there. It's what you would expect from a left and right midfielder back there, just doubling up, helping out his wide centre-backs. And he's still tucked in there, Domino. He really, really wants to win this. He is their gaffer. He is leading by example. And yeah, like I said, $500 on the line here. Zap thinks about coming, gives it to Romaninho, tries to square it, gets it back, big save, but it's only comes fast. Calzinho puts it away, and again, Domino, for the second game in a row. It's the 69th minute, is the key number. CAPRICAROLESQUE 1-0 up, almost out of nothing, and we were crying out for width. It was Ryan who gave us that width on the far side, and it was Calzinho who gave us that width with the rebound. The right and the left midfielder combining, and to CAPRICAROLESQUE's delight, it's 1-0 to the Frenchman. And now, what have Saf got in response? Like I said, Domino, I think if there was going to be a 1-0er, it was crying out for Saf. But if we've learned anything from that last game, they don't always get what they deserve. And to be fair, that's an old adage of pro clubs in a nutshell, to be quite frank. Romaninho just offside there.
No, 8-ball. And if you were this Saf team now, it's not come a lot this season, especially in this cup game, where you've had to pick yourself up and come back from behind. It will feel a little bit alien to them in this team this season, but it's not going to be alien to them. Normally, 8-Ball, they're big game players, and they won't be phased by it. They'll be hurt by 8-Ball, but they'll know what they've got to do. They've got a plan. They've got plan B. So it looks like they're going to have to try and do something now. And with under 15 virtual minutes, 8-Ball, it needs to be to that final death plan, 8-Ball. What are we going to do to try and get this all or nothing? The money's on the line, the accolades on the line, 8-Ball, and at the minute, it's Capri's to lose.
Get me on the pitch, Dom, and I know all about losing. I can help out. Don't know anything about winning, though. That might be an issue. But 10 minutes for Saf Prolific to do something about this. Take this game into extra time at an absolute minimum. But boy, have they got a lot of work to do. Capri are not making this easy for them. They are full-on game management mode now, which you would expect at this stage of a cup final as they throw it down the line, flicked on by the goal scorer. Finn does well.
Saf can't complain after watching what happened in the last game, 8-Ball. So.
Oh no, they won't complain either. They know the score. Diddy loses possession, but I tell you what, inadvertently flicked into his own box. Crimmy takes it down nicely. Beats his man for pace, goes on the outside, cuts back onto that right foot. There's a man at the back post. He's a big man as well. MKB can't clear it. Wow, what a tackle that is. Oh, and I tell you what, there's two players up here. There's two players up. All he needs to do is stay on side. He's not done a good job. I tell you what, the man on the ball cuts it back, and Tuanze. Warren Beast wins it. Could have finished it there and then. I tell you what, that is a complete and utter let-off for Saf Prolific. And like you said, Domino, they have to do it.
Yeah, and 8-Ball, I mean, it's crying out to go and win the game, 8-Ball. Once the chance doesn't go in, sometimes you think in your head, game management, 8-Ball. You've got your team coming down. He's not going to win that, but they're going to try and pull them into this last 10 minutes. And
this is the man you need to get on it, is Diddy. Yeah. Finn into the back post, another big man there. Everett heads it down to Cooler FX. Maybe not the man you want it to fall to, but I say that as the centre-back gets all the way to the byline, keeps it in. Headed out. He might get there first over him, 8-Ball. He does get there first, and it is just going to be. He's going to come straight back at them. Gino Vieira can't get it in. Ryad says anywhere will do, and it just so happened that Romaninho was stood there.
What a tackle that is!
Very good chance to run through there. Crimmy loses possession. Warren Beast chips it to Zap. Oh, someone's. Oh, that's so frustrating, Domino. Someone left something on someone. And that was their big chance to get it cooking, because the ball just fell at the feet of their goalkeeper, and that was Prime dumping it straight back in their territory. And there it is, game, set and match. Saf Prolific will not do that league and cup double. They only have to settle for one of those, and it is the league that they gain. Congratulations, though, to the Frenchman. It is CAPRICAROLESQUE's night. 1-0 on the night. Kelzinho, the hero, as he puts that away on your screen now. Thank you very much for the highlight, by the way. We don't usually get that. But yeah, fine margins, Domino. Nothing wrong with the save. Could the marking have been better? Perhaps so, but we're not here to point fingers. It really just is fine margins, Domino. It really truly is. There's nothing else anyone can do or say to make that feel any better. A loss is a loss in a cup final. It doesn't matter how well you played. Doesn't matter how bad you played. Doesn't matter if you deserved it. Yeah, it is what it is, and it's winner take all as well. So it's full 500 smackaroonies to the Frenchman tonight.
Yeah, and it's a business end, 8-Ball. And to be fair, you look back on the game. I mean, Saf won't look back on it now anytime soon, but when they do look back on it, there was positives to them. And you've just got to go back to that first half, 8-Ball, the end of the first half, where Capri saved the man, literally saved the goal off the line for the keeper then to squander. It's written in the stars, 8-Ball. From that point on, Capri had their tails up. They played well, 8-Ball. And the one thing we haven't seen with Capri is the resiliency. And they showed it in that game. They kept a clean sheet. They limited the chances. They put their chances away when they needed to. And their game manager towards the end of the game sees them out. And they've had a fantastic run, 8-Ball. This season for them, same as Saf. Saf, right now, they're going to sit back and not look on this as a positive. But if you break down Saf's accolade this season, it's been a phenomenal season.
Yeah.
Capri still gets a trophy in that trophy cabinet in one of the most competitive cups around, and also doing very, very well in the league. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, we can have a look. We can have a look at the league table now, actually, whilst we wait for these guys to go into this game. There they are, sat in 3rd place, 3 points behind 2nd place, with 5 games in hand. So I would suggest they'll probably win at least one of those 5, if I, gun to my head, Domino. So it's everything to play for. I mean, 2nd place in the Esports Cup. I think Capri would have bitten your hand off for that at the start of the season. So fair play to them. Obviously, in their way though, and again we said in the intro, the problem is Team GMASK exists, and that's it's good for us because we get to watch them again tonight, and that is the 3rd game. There is I'm going to show you what I'm looking at on my screen now, by the way. There is a slight issue. I don't know what that means because I'm not fluent in Spanish.
Why?
But it's an issue. But it's an issue. So I imagine, yeah, there we go. I imagine it'll kick them off, but I wanted you to see.
What?
No, we're in. We're in.
Don't worry about it, April. Don't worry about it, April.
Yeah, what do I know? That was just Spanish for good luck, everyone. Enjoy the game.
That was basically what the Guard of Honor was. Oh, no,
they're coming out.
Don't worry about it.
I knew I could understand it.
I knew I could read Spanish.
Right. I mean, we didn't get a chance to say what was going on anyway, but you could see where I was going with the whole Team GMASK thing. Thank you, Hit My Pace. Appreciate the kind words. Team GMASK, here they are again, and it's a double header for Team GMASK because they're on in our 4th game as well. This first game is the Spanish derby, #lazy journalism. They are taking on Drift Esports, 12th place Drift Esports, which, again, this league, there are no easy games. 1st place 12th, you're thinking, right, yeah, fair enough. I mean, I fully expect Team GMASK to win this. Drift, for some reason, Domino, are they're not unbeaten. 2 defeats in 20 games.
What?
2 defeats in 20, which is crazy for a team that sits 12th in the league. So, I mean, it's a great time to play them because they've just won the league, and it doesn't matter too much if they slip up here. But in terms of what Drift Esports are achieving at the moment, it's good to watch, and they're a good. Obviously, we've seen them before, and we know they're a good side to watch. But taking this into the back end of the season and then into season 13 in January, if they can keep this core player together, 2 defeats in 20 games, I mean, they're going to be looking higher than 12th place next season. I'll tell you that for nothing.
Well, exactly, Abel. And we said, how was GMASK built? How was this team constructed? And why have they had that success? And we did say that, again, it comes to that solid base between those 3 centre-back and the best keeper in the world, categorically. I'm not having it again. So if Drift have become a hard team to beat, that is a strong base to go and build on. So it would look like that, but I'm guessing GMASK wants to put some gloss, April.
They've kept the same bloody team, though. I mean, we didn't have our challenge of naming the same 11. Maybe we'll do that a bit later. But they've kept the same team, so they're not playing any of their squad players. They're not playing Domino and I. We did apply to join their team.
We did ask, actually. We said, look,
Yeah, they said it was a very polite no.
Well, but the only thing I was going to say, April, is it just gives us some credibility. I could say I've won the Esports Prem.
Yeah, that would make a farce of the whole thing, so that's probably why they didn't actually agree to it.
But then people might listen to me when I commentate on stuff and give my useless knowledge.
They have to listen to us anyway, Domino. That's the beauty of us being up here. Right, housekeeping is champions, Domino. Not champions elect anymore, not league leaders anymore. It is champions. Team GMASK in the all-white, befitting a champion. And it is Drift Esports in the green and bluey black Germany kit, despite being from Spain. This is the Spain derby. 12th place first in the VPG Esports Premier, and brought to you on behalf of VPG by us at Pro Clubs Weekly. Right, everything done and dusted. It only took 5 minutes.
And also, have you seen GMASK playing any of the kit bar white?
I think there was one time, and it was when we swapped at halftime as well. We swapped stream at halftime. It completely threw us off. But every time we watch Valdi's stream, he's a centre back that doesn't snap the camera, and I've got so much time and respect for that.
And April, yeah, I mean, this GMASK team are just creatures of habit.
Yeah,
just creatures of habit.
That's it.
And good for them because their habit's winning.
Yeah, I was going to say, they've picked a good habit, you know, not like smoking or alcohol. It's winning. That's a pretty positive one, to be fair. And wait in the bush for Drift Esports. Celebrated his wedding on Sunday, Domino. So congratulations to him.
Congratulations on the stream. Love that.
Over the top it goes. Pantia heads it down to Joker. Keeping the ball nicely, our Drift Esports. We're starting to see the reason why. 2 defeats in 20 games for these boys. Kef Sil, 2 Kimmy Season, fan favourite on the channel. His shot's blocked. Ball goes down the line, 2v3 in favour of Drift Esports, and they do manage to not necessarily recycle it, but go long at least. Will come straight back at them though, in the shape of Rayo. Ladis Jr. Yeah. That's the man they want on the ball. This man is electric. Gives it to Wembyama, drops the shoulder, and there is the gaffer. Bang on cue. 1-0 to Team GMASK. Very similar to that Capri goal we just saw, Domino. Spare man over on the right-hand side. Right midfielder has the shot. Left midfielder puts it in, and Team GMASK won't actually care how it goes in, just that it goes in. And
can I give my shout for Ballon d'Or to Ladis? Like, can I open
you might want to wait here, because if he scores here, Dretin, goalkeeper, do well. Raven, though, pressing up high. Wait in the bush does go all the way back to his goalkeeper, who goes long. And yeah, what a phenomenal player that man is.
And I do think every time GMASK gets stuck, and they do go through the gears 8 ball of either going long, tick-a-tacker, playing it a certain way, giving it to striker's feet, I think the default is, right, okay, if things not working, get the ball to Ladis on that side, and just give him the freedom to do what that man needs to do. Because once he plays with that kind of confidence and those brash style 8 ball, he is an impossible player to deal with.
It's almost like they purposely don't use him until they have to. Like, they keep him out wide, they keep his stamina just ticking over, and then they're like, oh, you know what, we need a goal here. They literally just give it to him and he'll make something happen. And again, that's what we saw there. He's electric, and I do think teams are starting to not clock on. They're aware of him. They don't know what to do with him yet. There's no cheat code for it yet, but I think he's starting to make a bit of a name for himself in this league, and why the hell not? And rightly so as well.
Yeah, and the good thing about this GMASK team, obviously as individuals, April, they're all unbelievable, but it's not just one man that's dominating the headlines. Each of them are chipping in when they need to with the goals, and the defensive performance, April, each of them. Oh yeah. This team doesn't have any weaknesses all the way back to that goalkeeper, who, again, you know, we said on the last stream, for me, and I think Domino agreed, he's the #1 in the world right now. Based on obviously skill, but on form. There's nobody performing better week in, week out. And we know this for a fact because we watch Team GMASK 2 or 3 times a week, every single week for the last 8 weeks. So we know. Take our word for it. Ewers is in the chat, Domino. Is he? Yeah, go on then, Ewers.
Slacking on VPG, I see. He might be in between games, you never know. Is he wearing gloves, though? That's the big question.
That's the big question, mate.
Ladis Jr.
My God, I told you.
Edge of the box is on. Yasin goes over the top, feeds his gaffer, and Mark Evans with the save. Goes long, and that's good distribution from him to this far side where Joker is. Does end up coming all the way back, though. Drift Esports, 2 defeats in 20 games. Backs against the wall here. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure they weren't necessarily expecting an easy ride tonight, even if Team GMASK maybe had a couple of champers last night. I don't know. Strict professionals, Domino. Very much down. It shot comes off. Wakabayashi again with a humongous save at a humongous time as well, because that would have really been smash and grab, because that's Drift Esports' first sight on goal. And here comes Wembyama into the box. First attempt, not good. Second attempt, very good. Back post is on, but David gets back. Costs his team a corner, which, to be fair, is a speciality of Team GMASK's. But what do you do when a team's got multiple specialities, Domino?
Multiple weapons, multiple dangerous people.
Swiss Army knife.
And again, they're really getting on top of this game, April. The long balls are coming off a treat for them. They can play through the thirds. Yeah, they're just choosing which way to kind of hurt the teams at the minute. And, I mean, if I'm honest, Drift are doing really well, April. Like, they haven't done anything badly in this game.
Oh, Rayo gets through. Big save by Mark Evans again. And that's all they need, Domino. They need half a yard. And I tell you what, that would have really put the icing on the cake of a very good half for Team GMASK. They have to settle for 1-0. They are human after all. But 2-0, and I'm thinking maybe that would have been lights for Drift Esports. Domino, I think if I'm Drift Esports manager there, I'm probably using that as a bit of a motivational tool there to say, look, you know, we've gone toe-to-toe with the best team in the league by a long shot as well. For 45 minutes, we're only a goal down. Pinch a goal, and you just never know. As long as this game's at 1-0, in this game being FC 25, that's my team talk in a nutshell. Just keep in the game, see if you can get anything out of it, because again, they had that half chance there with the shot, big save, and it just proves it can be done.
Yeah, no, absolutely, April. And again, what we echo great about Team GMASK, in that first virtual 10 minutes, it was all Drift. Nice passing, one touches, getting high up the field. But what this GMASK team is the versatility that they can do. They can sit and they can soak up pressure. They can go and play expansive football. They can go and play Route 1 if they needed to. And everything's done at the highest quality. And I think...
Somebody stop this, man, please! Wow, what a run.
The guy... But he doesn't do it all the time, April. There's sometimes it's decision-making on that as well. So when he's got the ball, is there a ball forward? No, can I run
the problem is, we've said week in, week out, every time we've watched Ladis Jr., Wembyama's won it high up here, gives it to Rayo, gives it back to the man who won it originally, wait in the bush, completes the clearance. What I was going to say there, Domino, is he's had to be so conservative at times because the team needs him to be conservative. Whereas now we're seeing a team that's won the league. He can be as expansive as he wants. That's even more dangerous. That spells even more danger to me.
I wouldn't like to take that man off the leash.
If I'm playing left back right now, I think I'm calling in sick tonight.
Yeah, I
don't want to play against him.
No,
here he is.
He's just... what are you doing?
Right. Don't worry. He can defend us. He can defend us well. Stop it.
He can hear us on the stream.
I was going to say, he might well have the stream on. Yeah, he's got Joan Lukaku in one ear, us in the other. He's like, which one do I listen to more? Always Joan Lukaku, by the way.
But I tell you what, Joan Lukaku, if he doesn't listen to me, Joan Lukaku will drop anyone, mate. he rides with that kind of manager. He's like, we play one way and you listen to the gaffer.
He's Fergie, mate. He is Fergie.
Yeah. 100%.
CR9, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I mean, not just a pretty face, obviously. Ladis Jr., right-hand side, cuts back. And yeah, maybe has been told off a little bit.
Yeah.
Rein it in, boy. Raven looking to slide it through to Wembyama, who, by the way, has had a fantastic game so far. Its first 60 minutes. Ladis Jr. cannons it off Kefasil, comes back to Raven. Good feet from him, switches play and buys his side acreage over on that far side. Rayo somehow, like the best players do, manages to work his way through two players, where if that was me, I'm running into a brick wall being moaned at by my other 10 colleagues. Rightly so as well.
Yeah.
Don't we agree?
Oh, it ain't, boys. It's just, like I said, GMASK there, just switching it up. Making sure they're like tidy through possession. Defensively, they just don't switch off. They just don't. It's like they're robots, April.
Yeah.
They're genuinely robots. And you gave it to this man, Rayo. Danger man coming forward. Really well tracked back there, April.
Header on the edge of the box. It's on for Wembyama. He tricked his way left, right. And Joan Lukaku will pick up his second of the game. The gaffer, the captain, picks up his second rebound. I tell you what, Domino, Fox in the box. You've got to be in it to win it, and Wembyama, for the second time, did all the hard work. Don't get me wrong. It's that experience, Domino. He's been there, done that. He's wore the T-shirt. He's framed the T-shirt, and he's got himself a brace tonight. Ludema dropped the shoulder. That was nice. And now, all of a sudden, he's on a hat-trick, having lifted the VPG Esports Premier Trophy last night. Quite clearly, that man is not hungover.
No. And to be fair, even with a hat-trick, watch him still drop absolute 10 defending as well.
That's it. Lattice Jr. goes near post. Waiting the Bush does well to repel it. Panita goes long. Drift Esports just drifting out of this one, Domino. I think their time has come and gone of potentially getting something out of this game.
Yeah, and it's hard, April. It is hard when you go 1-0 down and then you just can't get any success throughout the game.
Yeah,
the wing play, the one-on-ones, even for it just falling for you. And the one shot they had, Wakabashai saved it. And he's just burying people, mate. He's just bodying people because he can. That's what he does. Yeah. It sometimes gets, although you've got 11 people around you, it sometimes becomes a very lonely place out there, April.
Yeah, Team GMASK are not a side that I'd want to play against, quite frankly. I do feel for basically any side they've played against this season, because they're just, you know, even when you do start to get the better of them for those 5-10 minute spells, you don't tend to create all that much anyway. Yes, you get a bit of possession, yes, you get field position, but you don't tend to create all that much, and then they just go and score anyway. They've got a real bully mentality, Domino.
Yeah, there's no let off, people. There's no let off here. It's mentality.
Yeah, I was going to say, Joker did well to hold that ball up there, and maybe a penalty is their way back into this game, Domino. So if that's me, I'd be getting into striker's feet and crying wolf.
Use the diver.
Milton is in the chat. Milton, I think you're playing late after this game, aren't you? Can't wait to get cooked by 2 players. Raven loses out to Kefasil and Panita, and Drift Esports just turning on this last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Kimi Season can't get it into his striker's feet. Guto goes long, trying to hold it up is Wembyama. Can't do so it's going to come back at Team GMASK, but guess who's there? Juan Lukaku leading this 3v2. Take it, son. Take it, son. No!
Oh, look at him. I told you. It's not about him, April.
It is about him. It is about him.
Gold.
All this man. To be fair, since we've been cheerleading him, which we need to calm down, and we've been glazing him a little bit, he's given the ball away quite a few times.
Yeah, Juan Lukaku's going to bench him for the next game.
Yeah. It might be our chance. It might be a way to get our chance into the team, Domino.
Fair enough.
Wembyama gives it to his gaffer, turns on the ball. If he heads to the byline from that place, Domino, then we need to be having words. Entertain us.
Just run past it, and that will be it, April. That will be called. And that was the first game played as champions in this league, April.
Yep, that's it. That's it. Did you have a point to make there, or was that?
No, I was just wondering if that was their first championship game. So the first game they played after picking up the title.
Yep, it was. Anything you want to say about that? Because it's a really good point, but
no, I was genuinely just wondering if that was the actual first game they played.
Just making conversation.
Yeah, just if it was a game that they were like, right, we've won it now, but we haven't seen anything different from them. I thought, do you know what? We've won the league. Let's get some rotations inside, maybe change the formation, and just alter things or tweak. No, 8 ball.
No, that's what I mean. That's kind of what I was half expecting them to be like. Look, we've played the same 11 for basically as long as we've been watching them for the last 4 or 5 weeks straight. I don't think I've seen them change out of that 11. Maybe they want to give someone else a go. No, they're like, yeah, we're going to set a new points record here, or why the hell not? And fair play to them. It's their prerogative. And Juan Lukaku picks the team. He picked a team that gave him 2 goals. So, again, from a personal point of view for him, it couldn't have gone better.
No, they didn't give him 2 goals. He won those goals.
He earned those.
He's annoyed with the team. He's just like, right, okay, no one else can do it. I'll go and put it to him for you. Stepping up like the captain he is. What a man. What a man. Legend.
Right then, that leads us on to our final game of the evening, 9:15. And look at us being on time for once. Bloody hell. Team GMASK again. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Taking on old favourites Alte, Domino. I'm just going to switch this camera to me. Yeah, you can see. Oh, wait. Are you doing the same thing? All right. Give me a sec. Oh, okay, yeah, we have Alte shirts as well, but the main point of that is the Alte banner in the background as well. Sorry, Domino, I thought you had the shirt like somewhere in a frame or something. But yeah, Alte, big favourites on this channel, and looking forward to seeing them, Domino. They're 7 points off of safety at the moment, down in 24th place, so we may not see them next season if results don't start going their way. 8 games to go, 7 points off safety. How do you rank their chances first and foremost, Domino?
It is an uphill slog, 8-ball. I mean, I actually don't want to rank it. I just want to talk about how much I love Alte, if I'm honest with you. I don't really care about the chance of how they're going to do what. I genuinely want to have the next 30 seconds to say they are the nicest people with a great manager and a wicked team. And
a nice GM as well. Don't forget about Erdin as well.
Oh my! Ferrero Rocher's in a t-shirt. That's how you win my affection, Abel. That is how you win my affection. Unbelievable. The nicest people. And I tell you what, personal story, Abel. I was literally going to get my haircut. Shocker, go to a Turkish barber's. I just put on like clothes to go across. I literally go out in the Alte top. It's well comfy.
It is comfortable. Yeah, it is comfortable.
And I walked into the barber's. I just forgot. Yeah, no, I do support Alte. Virtually, I support Alte. And if I weren't commentating, this would be very, very biased. But yeah, that's my little piece.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah, well, it wasn't all that little, was it? For some reason, they've only got 10 men on the pitch. I'm quite sure they won't be loading up with 10 men on because, yeah, they're playing Team GMASK. So, you know, they need an extra man, if anything.
Yeah, I don't know where that extra man is.
No, I don't know where he is either. But they've got the 2 strikers, Paco and Zanares. And I tell you what, Domino, that is not a strike force that deserves to be 24th in the league. Oh. That's crazy. Interesting one for us tonight is the return of Don Unsal, Domino.
Yeah, what a name.
Make it make sense. The other week he was playing for Fenerbahce and now he's playing for Alte. Make it make sense. I told you nothing about that club makes sense, Domino.
No, I think Don Unsal is just a mercenary. He's got a mercenary name.
I like
Don
it.
Unsal, yeah, call us when you're in trouble, Abel. He is like the wolf. Wolf.
To be fair, anytime he gets to bless our screen is obviously a big bonus. And obviously in goal for Alte, a player we know very well is Middleton, a world-class goalkeeper, though it pains me to say it. Team GMASK could well have a tough time getting past that man tonight. Last time these two sides played, it was 2-1 to Team GMASK. So again, Alte, they need the points. If revenge is high up on their list as well, I mean, they could kill 2 birds with 1 stone here and take up 3 points and a bit of revenge. They beat Famalaciao and Fluminense last week, did Alte, so potentially things were looking up. But yesterday, 2 defeats out of 2. So they need to officially get back on that horse, Domino, and get it going because there are not a lot of games left this season and we do not want to see Alte relegated.
No, but if Alte are relegated, we will cover that league as well.
We will follow you wherever you go, Alte. Wearing those shirts. Duarte says all eyes on JPCMM. He's playing in CDM tonight. CR9 says Don Unsal is a transfer wizard. He's saying he's not wrong. He's not wrong. All right, we're glad he's playing tonight because that man is a very, very good baller, despite where he might be playing or might not be playing.
Despite 0 loyalty, he's an absolute baller.
We know plenty of those, to be fair. We know plenty of them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, here is the goal scorer from the last game, Joan Lukaku, kicking us off for the last time. It is Alte in the red from right to left, taking on the all-white of Team GMASK.
I tell you what, when you're winning leagues, Abel, stuff like that just don't go against you. He's literally clipped the man's heels, came out with the ball, there's 0 foul.
Yeah, why not? Why the hell not? They are at home as well, Team GMASK. And obviously Alte, for those of you who don't know, are Turkish, so there could be some increased ping. I'm not going to say issues. I don't think there are at this day and age. It's 2024 now. Paco, there's two water bottles on the pitch. Talk to me. Makes no sense.
Yeah, we're going to have a beach ball incident.
Rayo inside to Raven. Gives it to Wembyama, but good foot in there. Early doors, letting them know they're there. The problem is, Domino's, they've got so many weapons. You know, you could do a number on Rayo and Wembyama, but then they're going to find other ways to hurt you as well. It's just... I don't know how to play against this team, even hypothetically, because I don't need to know how to play against them, but even with my hypothetical team, I still can't find a way to play against them.
I feel like once you get comfortable in the GMASK side and like their pattern of play, they generally change it up, April. They start long and then they start going through tiki-taka, they start going direct, possession heavy. They switch gears, but when they switch gears, they switch styles. They're like the chameleon of pro clubs team, which makes it really hard to know if you're going to go press the team, because you don't get success. And when you are getting success, GMASK will change the script.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sometimes I do believe, you know, just to be kind, they give you like 5-10 minutes of looking like a half-decent team, and then they'll come out and counter you.
I don't think they just use it as a tactic. Like, should we give them a ball a little bit just to think there's something
draw
here
them
through
out.
the middle? Yeah.
Yasin feeds his gaffer, who feeds their top goal scorer, Rayo. Jesper and co do well. Ball goes long, out for a throw-in. Deep in this Alte half, 0-0. Our final game of the week, actually, Domino. We're not here on Thursday, so tell a friend.
Nope.
I have to find something else to do. But we are here on Monday for the final games of the season. All done and dusted. Cherry on the top. Zoc to his gaffer, Zanaris. Someone got taken out off the ball. It's not going to go back, though. Lattice Jr. makes the interception. Gives it to Raven. Wembyama cuts inside. Beats one. Gives it to Raven. And guess who is there? It's the goal machine himself out of absolutely nothing. It's all experience and then a little bit of class with the finish. Finessed it into the top corner from 12 yards, Domino. Juan Lukaku, take a bow, son.
I always say this. You've got Lattice is probably the best attacking winger I've ever seen, and Juan Lukaku is the most complete winger I've ever seen. Not only offensively, watching it here and the goals that he's picking up. The one thing, I wouldn't even say it's a criticism, Abel, from the position that he was in, I just didn't think he gets enough goals. I would always say what he does, he defends brilliantly, he sets up his team. The one thing you might need to add to win this position is a bit of a goal tally, because he does get his assist. But now he's adding goals, Abel, he's just complete.
Yeah, and there might be a competition between these two, the left and the right winger. Lattice Jr. on this near side wins his team a corner. Can't get that goal, but swings it in, and there is another one of their many, many weapons. It is, I think it's the cameraman, Baldi. Why not? Why not? Another humongous header from that man. Not the first time we've seen it on stream. I'm sure it won't be the last time we've seen it, but doubles the lead for Team GMASK, and Alte sinking without a trace at the moment. Nothing they can do about either one of those goals. It's just Team GMASK things.
Yeah, absolutely able.
Cut inside nicely to the Don. Guto.
It's a hard position for Alte to be in, because I genuinely can't remember. Do you remember the last time GMASK conceded on the channel, Abel?
I'm not sure we've seen it for a very, very long time.
I don't know when the last time they conceded.
Zanaris takes it down. Good block. No, you make a good point, to be fair. We'll have to check back through the annals of VPG / Pro Club Weekly history to find the last time they conceded a goal. Swings it in near post, though. It might be one here. Picked up nicely. Pimaros was offside by the time the ball came back in. That's unfortunate, but again, like we said with Team GMASK, when you're at the top, things seem to be going your way. When you're at the bottom, I don't think Alte have had anything go their way so far this game. Certainly not the scoreline. 2-0 to this Team GMASK side. In all honesty, they look like getting more. Wembyama is in there, fires it home, top corner. Yeah. And we're seeing the golf at the moment, Domino. It's first place 24.
Running 8 ball. Running.
It's
he ushered the man. Yeah. And then the ball in behind was fantastic. Middleton can only be a spectator when he's in that kind of position. 8 ball. The finish was unbelievable.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And actually, April, it was match day 15. They conceded. It was 1-1, and that was in the cup. So it's not even the league. I don't know when the last time they conceded in the league have we seen it.
Yeah, so. That's crazy. Keep looking if you want. We got time. We got time.
Cool. Okay, you carry on with this.
Here is Paco. Gets to the byline nicely. Gives it to Gemma. Slides it in. Hilem, though, clears his lines. Sonaris and Jesper will win it back for Alte, though. I think at the moment, they just are playing for pride, but this team GMASK are not letting up whatsoever. CR9 called it 3-0. 3-0 after 37 minutes would have been more impressive, I can't lie. But I don't think they're done with the scoring. That's the issue that yourself and Alte have got at the moment. But since going 3-0 down, Alte looks to remain positive. Here is Don Unsal. Just not enough on that pass back. It's just not good enough. They will recycle, though. Jesper, seen a lot of the ball this game, more than he probably wants to. The CDM, Don Unsal, good ball into JP, gives it back to the Don. Sonaris tries to go over the top. Valdi, the goal scorer, clears.
Sorry for the rustling there, team, but no, in all of my databases and research, I have not seen it. No.
Isaac.
They have not conceded a goal.
Cannot get the shot there. Well, I mean, we've seen them at least 10 times now, and they've not conceded a goal. And they look like they're going to add here with Wembyama, who's already got one to his name. Gives it to Ladis Jr., gives it to Rayo. This team are phenomenal. What a good team goal that is. Not for the first time this season. Unselfishly squared to one of their main men, Rayo. I don't say main men. They've got 11 main men, and that is the issue for every other team in this league. My God, 4-0.
Right, the only way...
No, it's a goal! It's a goal! Finally seen it!
Abel, go get your top! Go get your top!
Oh, Alte. Technically, it's a lifeline, Domo. Technically, it's a lifeline. Technically, it's a lifeline.
It's comeback season, April. I'm really tempted to run and get my Alte.
4-1. 4-1 at half-time. Well, why not? Why not?
An April under the keeper as well.
I mean, the thing, we said they're not going to let anyone off. Clearly, they just did, because that's a half a chance. And traditionally, Team GMASK don't concede from half a chance, because they don't concede at all, really. But it's a not necessarily a lifeline. Let's just calm down. Let's just one step at a time. But it's something to hold on to in that dressing room, because the difference is
one inflated armband. That's what that is.
Swimming round in circles, but at least they're still afloat. That's the analogy. That's what we're going with. But Domino, it doesn't matter who this Team GMASK side are playing. They would have put anyone to the sword. They would have put anyone to the sword. With this level of play, this style of football, the goals they've scored, the way they've played, they're putting teams to the sword here. It doesn't matter who it is. And unfortunately, it's Alte's turn. And again, being 24th in the league, looking at the league fixtures, I don't think they would have fancied this one much. The fact that Team GMASK won the league last night, Domino, I think would have been what they were holding on to. You know, been like, oh, well, you know, maybe they'll take it easy on us. That is not...
Academy players. What is that, Abel? What ball is that? That's absolutely ridiculous. I hear the needle stuff. And the only shock that I've got on my face is Ladis didn't control it and find a pass.
Another corner, though. That's the issue for Alte, and anyone that Team GMASK faces. They're very good all over the pitch. Isaac does well. Gives it to Pimeros. Can't complete the clearance because Raven is there with the interception, looking for Valdi, who's already got a goal tonight. Greedy man gets it back. Yasin did well to just stave off that pass, because I think if he played it, he would have been offside, and that's the level of IQ that we're playing with tonight. Watching this side, a very, very good side. I don't remember a team this dominant for a very long time, Domino, if ever.
No, there was periods through, not last season, not the last summer season, the season before that. When Fama won the title, April, they were a team under poise, where every time they were on the pitch, I couldn't see them losing. Yeah. They had that aura about them. No team wanted to play them. They could hurt you from anywhere, and they didn't really have any weakness. It's what GMASK have now. And if that win in April I forgot it was 4 8 ball. I got really excited. I forgot it was 4.
It doesn't matter. They are creating chances here, and fair play to Alte. I mean, the chat are calling for a rocket up them at half time. They're gonna need it, and that's a big save. That is a big save from Middleton. Keeps his team in it, just about. But yeah, Domino, like you said, if that had gone in, yeah. The problem Alte have got, GMASK can't finish scoring.
No.
That's the problem. That is a massive issue. And yeah, I think if Alte had scored there, it would have angered them even more. But this game's wide open at the moment, and I think this is maybe how I expected Team GMASK to come into tonight. We didn't see it in the first game against Drift, because they were just strictly professional. Whereas now, you know, we've seen some half chances and some proper chances for Alte. We've seen some twists and turns on the ball. We've seen Wakabayashi not play a 10 out of 10 for the first time. Don Unsal gives it to Isaac. Big save. There he is. Wakabayashi makes the big save.
He'd be annoyed that he didn't get his clean sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Genuinely, he's going to be annoyed that he didn't get his clean sheet. So he'll be a different gravy now.
The problem is, though, he's had so many this season that it's just being greedy. Joan Lukaku, of course, he's back there. Defends well, gives it down the line to Rayo. Pimaros able to cut that one out as Rayo looks for his strike partner, Wembanyama, who, to be fair, this evening has been phenomenal. A really good evening for that man.
Yeah, and some players just don't get the plot. I wouldn't say the plot table, because we know each 11 man here in their individual rights unbelievable. But Yasin as well, like just the man that makes them tick. Just picks at the ball, and the one thing about Yasin that's different to anyone else, his decision making is probably one of the best ones.
Didn't think much of the animation, but good positioning from the Alte number 1. Wembanyama's going to have another go, leaves it for his gaffer, who has his second strike in quick succession, and yeah, Joan Lukaku stings the palms of Middleton in goal for Alte, and then stings the thigh of the Alte centre-back. But they live to fight another day. Still 3 down, but much better performance this second half from Alte. Zanaris, their gaffer, goes over the top. Has he beaten the offside trap? Yes, he has. Paco, good feet from him. Oh wow, how has he got back? He got beat, and yet he didn't get beat. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's the recovery of these players. I mean, I think he might have let him do it.
Oh, Wembanyama's got through, and you know he's squaring it as well. 100%. You could call it a mile off.
Middleton took him out off the ball as well, and then took him out again. Fair play, Middleton. I'll do the same. Fair play to me.
It's crazy. It's crazy when you can start to call things before they happen, and it's just, you know what you're going to get with this team, but the thing they give you is world-class football. Takes the shot from range. What a finish that is. Why the hell not? Every time GMASK score, Alte just go down the other end and go, let's keep this to 3 goals maximum, please.
What is that? What have I just seen there? That's absolutely ridiculous. And it's not him beating like me in goal either, or a bot. That's one of the best keepers I've ever seen. Stop.
It's just a goal of the season competition now. What is going on?
Right. Where's my wide able? About wide.
This is when you wake up and realize it was all a dream. Wow. I mean, at least we picked a good game for once. 6-2. Here we go. It's the most goals, obviously. And we're not finished yet. It's Yasin stabs it home. Domino's favourite.
Yasin deserves a goal, mate. He deserves a goal. I ain't seen him score on the track.
Someone's just
trying to finish from there.
Oh, this game is the gift that never gives, but for some reason is giving now. 7-2.
And this is why I love Alte. This is why they can't go down it.
Yeah.
I just love them too much. Who scores goals like that against GMASK? That is absolutely rude goal label. No one should be conceding.
We're still talking about the goal, but there's been another 2 goals since, which is brilliant. Here we go. I'm just not even commentating anymore. I'm just watching this unfold. It's brilliant. 7-2, 8 minutes left. Get off the line though, because that's cheating. Get defaulted. Right, here we go. Come on. Keeper's down. Guto completes the clearance. It's going to come back though. No, it's not, because Yasin is there. Oh wow, good tackle. Isaac sends a man for a Twix. 2 men at the back post. One of them is the big centre half. Big ginger afro. Can't get on the end of it. Yasin through ball, and yeah, this is dangerous. This is worrying.
And the only reason Alte are losing this is just because of the ping 8 ball.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ladis Jr. beats this man, but manages to get...
Ladis. They're one of my favourite teams. Just stop it, they're dead. They're dead!
I need a lie down after this. Team GMASK 7, Alte 2. It doesn't make any sense, but we're here for it. We are here for it.
Yeah,
do we need to see a rugby style intervention here, Domino, where you say if you score 4 or 5 goals in a game, you get an extra point? Because I've really enjoyed this. I don't like seeing Alte's downfall, but
no,
the 2 goals they scored have been fantastic, and they've looked like scoring more as well. They've scored more than any other team against Team GMASK this season.
Yeah.
And they've looked like scoring the most goals against Team GMASK. That's credibility in itself. He's going to hit his first time. He hits the first time, Middleton.
No, if we're on a wish list there, and I think that's actually a really good idea, what I would like to see, some sort of paid subscription where you get 1 game and you get to call Year 6 football pitch rules and last goal wins. No matter what the score is, you call last goal wins.
You just, yeah. There it is. Confirmation, ladies and gentlemen. Team GMASK 7, Alte Esports 2. Arguably the game of the season. I don't want to say it was so one-sided that it deserved a 5-goal swing, but also at the same time, I just spent most of the game being entertained anyway, that I didn't really pay too much attention as to what was going on with the actual score, who might pick up a point or 3 points. It was just sheer entertainment, and I'm glad you could all experience that with us.
Right, I just want to sit here, and I'm going to hope they're going to show all 7 goals.
Oh, that's a good point, actually, yeah. If they do, I'll switch it back.
If they can hear me on this, are they going to show you all 7 goals?
Yes, they are. Let's go!
They're going to highlight go! Here we go. This is what I want to see on the Channel 8 wall. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. And there's a lot of goals.
This is basically, I'm going to sit back and enjoy this.
Lukaku's goal, and I don't know why. He's just doing.
He's shy. He's shy. He's humble.
I think he's just doing his goals.
There's not enough time on the stream to get all of the goals in.
Can we do the other goal?
Oh no, it's Valdi. He's the cameraman.
Yes, that's what I mean. He's doing his goal.
Valdi.
Right. Fair play, Valdi. It was a good goal though. It was probably the worst one out of all of us, but it was a good goal.
We didn't want to see any of the other ones. Never mind.
I've seen the corner routine 1900 times, Valdi. Change the record.
Oh, right. Alte, you've got it all to do Thursday and Monday. Good luck for those 2 game nights. I mean, they've got, what do we say, 7 points off safety with 8 games to go. That takes it down to 6. They've got two game evenings with 6 games to squeeze in there. So it's busy, hectic nights for those guys, Thursday and Monday. But good luck to them. We'll obviously keep you posted on Monday. Who's down effectively from the Esports Premier, who's finishing where in which position, because when the VPG Esports table is finished, obviously you've got first place, which is Team GMASK. $1,500 prize money is already in their bank, I assume. But then you got second, $800, third, $600, fourth, $500, fifth, $750. That says 350, so I can't read my own writing.
What?
And then sixth.
Wait, go back.
It's the magic number. Yeah. Fifth is better than fourth. Everyone knows that. But you see where I'm going. There's everything to play for, and then you've got the playoffs on top of that as well, which is just a fun tournament they do at the end. $200 to the winner of that as well, and that's all seeded as well, so depending on where you come in the league. So there's still so much to play for, but I think those top spots, Domino, $800 prize money for second place, that's got to be on the likes of Bodrum, Capri, One Mind. I'm missing Rote. That's got to be on their to-do list, so hopefully we see some of those guys on the Monday. That is the final night and the final stream. We're not here Thursday, so enjoy your Thursday, whatever it is you decide to do, but you will not be spending it with us, sadly. But yeah, we'll be back on Monday for the final stream of the season. Guys and girls, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for your support. That was an absolute belter of an evening. More to come on Monday night. And yeah, we finally get to sign off of this season 12, the first season of FC 25. What a season it's been, Domino. What a season it's been.
8-ball, from the game quality to the drama to the results to the cups, the wins. Yeah, no place I'd rather be. Unbelievable being here, unbelievable being part of the operation at VPG, and all thanks to the team that have joined us past and present and even tonight. 8-ball, one more left. Swan song ready.
That's it. Yeah, that is it. So join us for that. That is Monday, 8 p.m. sharp, final stream of the season before Christmas and New Year break. But then we will be back around about the 21st, I think, is the proposed date at the moment, 21st of Jan. So you've got a whole month away from VPG and Pro Clubs Weekly, so make the most of it. And yeah, like I said, we'll see you here next week, 8 p.m. sharp. We might be wearing suits, we might be doing something else, we haven't decided yet, but tune in to find out.
Love it, 8-ball.
Cool. Right, see you guys next week. Have a nice rest of the VPG week and enjoy your weekends. Cheerio.
Bye.